Hello, and welcome to Primetime Health Plan's 2025 Miramar Broker Training. This training will not only help you navigate through the Miramar training, but will also review the 2025 benefits for Primetime Health Plan. Just a few things before you begin your training. So if you're a new broker or you've recently changed your email addresses, there's going to be a verification of email through Miramar. Then you want to click that link once you receive that confirmation to start. Now, new for this year, a screen's going to pop up asking for permission to access or import your license or appointment into Miramar in order to upload your AHIP or pinpoint certificate. Compliance training and fraud, race, and abuse, just a reminder, these are not the same course. They're two separate courses, so you have to take both. And again, the only certificate that will be accepted to bypass that overall Medicare training are from AHIP or pinpoint. Uploading any other alternative certificate will always be denied. And on your agency profile, your agent profile rather, you want to make sure that it contains your social security number and your national producer number, not an agency federal identification number or business entity PIN. And just another reminder to make sure that those pop-up blockers are disabled. You would need those to be disabled in order to access the training. So in the next coming slide, in a few slides, there's going to be just how to do that as well. Now, the training is going to take about 5 hours if you haven't uploaded your AHIP or pinpoint certificates, because there are 3 sections in this training. There's the Medicare core training, and to that there are 3 parts. You need to have at least a 90% in order to pass that exam. Then there's the compliance training, fraud and waste and abuse training. And again, two separate training slides, sections. They're 2 separate parts, 2 exams, and you need a score of at least 70% in order to pass. And then there's the Primetime Health Plan specific training. And with that exam, you're going to need a score of 85% in order to pass. In order to start your training, you're going to want to visit www.miramar-agent.com. This link can also be found on our website at www.pthp.com under Broker Resources. Again, you're going to want to turn off your pop-up blocker. You would want to go to your settings, your internet options, privacy tab, and then your pop-up blocker. When it comes to the login, you're just going to enter in last year's username and password. If you have forgotten your username and password, because it has been a year, you'll want to email Trisha Witz at trisha.witz@altcare.com. However, we cannot retrieve passwords. This could just give you your username, but not your password. Next, you're going to enter in a registration code. For those brokers that are direct brokers not selling through an FMO, that PIN or registration code is 2025 AltCare 64. If you are selling through an FMO, then you will have a different PIN, and you'd want to request that from the specific FMO that you're using. Then you would select Submit. And it's always recommended that you click on the refresh icon each time you're in that account dashboard, just to kind of refresh everything and bring up the next sections that you may need to take care of. Once you have entered in your PIN, you are ready to begin. Just keep in mind that this training takes at least 5 hours, especially if you haven't uploaded your AHIP or pinpoint certificates. So make sure that you can dedicate that time to this training. You have a good internet connection. Once you are ready to begin, just click on Start and you're ready to go. Once your registration is complete, then you're going to, and after you click Start, you're going to come to the welcome form, and you just want to follow along what it says on this training slide. The welcome slide is just welcoming you to the training. You're going to want to click on Continue then at the bottom in order to proceed with the next steps. Here is where you can upload your AHIP or Pinpoint certificate in place of taking the Medicare curriculum training session. This is where you would click on upload. And after clicking on upload, it's going to take you to this screen. You're going to say, yes, upload my AHIP certificate. If you do not have an AHIP certificate, then you just would say, no, proceed to training. And then you just want to continue moving through the 2025 core training. You would select the green arrows to proceed through all the lessons. Once you've reached the post-assessment, you have 3 attempts. You must take the test and at least score 90% or higher in order to pass. But you do have 3 attempts to try that. And then again, you just want to continue through the training courses by selecting the green arrows on each training course. Once you get done with each lesson, you're going to see it completed next to the green arrow. You'll know you've finished or completed a course once you receive a message like this, that it's completed and that you can click on that tab to return to your dashboard to see what your next course is. You'll want to remember to hit the little refresh button just to kind of see where you are next for your next task. And this will show you how much you have completed in the training as well. Next is the Medicare C&D General Compliance Training. You're going to want to proceed through just like you did before, clicking on the green arrows, and you're just going to have to take the post-assessment test, and you'll need a score of at least 70% in order to pass. Once completed, you're going to get a message that says this course is complete, and you'd want to close that tab to return to your dashboard. Please remember to click on refresh every time you're in your agent dashboard. This will make sure that you are on the most current and up-to-date course that you need to take. After the compliance training is the fraud, waste, and abuse information training. You'll want to click on that. For this training, just read through the fraud, waste, and abuse information, scroll to the bottom of the page. Once you've finished reading the information, select Continue. A box will pop up that says that there's going to be a copy of a PDF of this form that's going to be saved in your documents folder within the next 5 minutes. Just click OK. After the fraud, waste, and abuse, then you're on to the Primetime Health Plan specific training. You're going to want to proceed through the training by clicking on the green arrows, and then once you're done with that training, you're going to click on the final assessment test by selecting the green arrow. Once you've completed the training, then you'll get a message that says, please close the tab to go to the dashboard. Again, click on the refresh icon, and then you're going to see an internal plan review pending. You'll receive an email once that review is completed. And this is just an example of that email that you're going to receive. It'll say, congratulations that you've completed the training for 2025. Just as another reminder, this course will take up to about 5 hours to finish all 3 sections, so please make sure that you have that allotted time available. And this is why we always try to encourage you to take that training as soon as possible, just so that you're up and ready to go for the start of open enrollment. Your writing code email could take up to 5 days to receive from Miramar, so please just keep that in mind when you're looking to start your training. Your 2025 code will be the same as your 2024 code. Unless you've changed agencies or anything like that, everything should be the same. And this training is to sell for 2025. However, if once 2025 is completed and you want to get certified for 2024, you can do so by doing the product training for 2024 by going back and using that code 2024 ACPT for those direct brokers. Every Monday, we're notified of those brokers that have completed the training. And once we receive that notification, you will automatically receive 3 of our Primetime Health Plan brochures, as well as scope of appointment forms. If any more are needed, please just request that from the representative that you speak with the most, either Debbie Banal, myself, Karen Krantz, or Tricia Witt. Other information, such as any enrollment forms, summary of benefits, the annual notice of change, can be found on our website. The ones that are still up there for 2024, as of October 1st, the 2025 forms will be added. Our broker portal can be found at www.pthp under broker resources. And on our broker portal, you're only going to be able to see commission statements. When you're registering, please make sure to note in the comment section that you're requesting commission statements so those requests can be routed appropriately. When you do register, make sure you have your tax ID number and you'd want to select broker as the membership type. You complete the registration. Upon the completion of that registration, an email will be sent to you letting you know that your account is ready to use, and then you'll be able to see members' names, their effective date, premium, and commission amount. And just a quick reminder, after AEP ends on December 7th, the Medicare Advantage open enrollment period begins on January 1st and runs through March 31st. During this time period, an individual can switch from a Medicare Advantage plan to another Medicare Advantage plan. They can go back to original Medicare with or without a Part D plan. And you can use this enrollment period only if they already have a Medicare Advantage plan. And as always, our customer service center is here to assist in any way possible. Our normal hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. However, from October 1st through March 31st, our service center is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, now I'm going to start to review the benefit changes for 2025 for Primetime Health Plan. I'm just going to highlight the changes. I'll be leaving the slide, however, up for a few moments so you can review it. So there's still going to be 4 plans available for 2025. The basic MA only that does not have prescription drug coverage, the Ultimate, the Classic, and the Plus. The changes to the basic plan are the max out-of-pocket has went from $3,400 to $3,900. The emergency room copay has went from $110 to $140. The changes to the Ultimate plan. The primary care copay has went from $5 to $0. The diagnostic radiology copay, so those are those more complex x-rays like PET scans, CTs, MRIs, those have went from $190 to $250. X-rays and diagnostic tests have went from $100 to $50 for x-rays and $125 for diagnostic tests such as EKGs. Lab work has went from $5 to $0. Physical therapy copay went from $30 to $45. And the dental annual reimbursement has went from $600 to $900. On the Classic plan, the plan premium has went from $39 a month to $45 a month. Inpatient hospital stay copay is going from $295 to $375 for the first 6 days. After the 6th day, then it's covered at 100%. Emergency room copay is going from $110 copay to $140. Diagnostic radiology copays, those more complex like MRIs and CAT scans, are going from $190 to $240. X-rays and diagnostic tests are going from $80 to $50 for an X-ray and $105 copay for diagnostic tests such as EKGs. Physical therapy copay is going from a $30 copay to a $40 copay. And the annual dental reimbursement is going from $850 to $900. The changes on the Plus plan, the plan premium is going from $89 to $99. The max out-of-pocket is going from $3,900 a year to $4,000. The emergency room copay is going from $110 to $140. Those more complex diagnostic radiology copays are going from $175 to $225. X-rays and diagnostic tests are going from a $60 copay to a $50 copay for an X-ray and $85 for diagnostic tests such as those EKGs. Physical therapy copay is going from a $20 copay to a $25 copay. And the dental reimbursement is going from $1,150 to $1,250. Now I'm just going to leave this slide up here just for some comparison for a few more moments. Some of the biggest changes happening in 2025 are those changes to Part D. And this is because of the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act, or IRA. With the passage of the IRA, it eliminated the coverage gap or donut hole. So in 2025, there will only be 3 stages instead of 4. So there'll be the deductible stage. Our plan does not have a deductible. The initial coverage stage with a max out-of-pocket of $2,000, and the catastrophic stage. Another change is the addition of the Medicare prescription payment plan. This is a new payment plan option that may help your members manage their monthly out-of-pocket drug costs. This plan is voluntary and they can opt in at any time. It will allow them to make their monthly payment to prime time for their prescriptions instead of paying at the pharmacy. Each month, they would pay their plan premium if they have one, and then they would get a separate bill for their prescription drugs. They can opt out at any time. Now, this benefit may not be for everyone, such as if they get extra help from Medicare, if they qualify for a Medicare savings program, or if their overall yearly drug costs are low, or they don't want to change how they're paying for their drugs. Now, this plan is not meant to lower the out-of-pocket costs. It's just meant to manage those monthly costs. Some 2025 Primetime Health Plan pharmacy information. Members can get their prescriptions at preferred, standard, or mail order pharmacies. The cost sharing is lower at preferred and mail order pharmacies as opposed to a standard pharmacy. Preferred pharmacy examples are Walgreens, Mark's, Giant Eagle, Discount Drug Mart, and an example of standard pharmacy is CVS. You can see a complete listing on our website at www.pthp.com. There's also a drug comparison tool on our website. You can find that link on our website as well under the Part D section. Our mail order service is through OptumRx, and you can get a 30, 60, or 90-day medications. You can get 30, 60, or 90 on tiers 1 through 4, and only a 30-day supply on tier 5 medication. Now, as you can see, there are some significant changes to the plans on the prescription side. As I go forward, I will only highlight those changes. So the preferred pharmacy changes on the Ultimate plan, the copays for Tier 2 medications have went from $15 copay for a 30-day supply and $45 for a 90-day supply to $12 for a 30-day supply and $36 for a 90. Tier 3 medications have changed from a flat copay to copay or coinsurance, whichever is greater. So the Tier 3 medications will be $47 or 20%, whichever is greater, for a 30-day supply, or for a 90-day supply, $141 or 20%, again, whichever is greater. And Tier 4 medications have also changed from a flat copay to a 50% coinsurance. Standard pharmacy changes, again, on those Tier 3 medications, they've changed from a flat copay to a copay and or coinsurance, whichever is greater. Tier 3 medications will be $47 or 20%, whichever is greater of the cost of the medication. And that would be for a 30-day supply. For a 90-day supply, it would be $141 or 20%, whichever is greater. And Tier 4 medications copays have changed to just 50% instead of a flat copay. Mail order changes. So our mail order vendor is still OptumRx. Tier 2 medications have went from $15 copay for a 30-day supply and a $45 copay for a 90-day supply to a $12 copay for a 30-day supply and a $30 copay for a 90-day supply. Tier 3 medications have changed from a flat copay to a copay and coinsurance, whichever is greater. Tier 3 medications will be $47 or 20%, whichever is greater, for a 30-day supply, and for a 90-day supply, it will be a $141 copay or 20%, whichever is greater of the cost of the medication. Tier 4 medication copays have changed to a flat 50% coinsurance amount. So on our ancillary products for 2025, we've already discussed the changes to the dental amounts. The routine vision benefit has stayed the same, and as has the gym membership. It's still through Silver and Fit. Just a reminder that the hearing aid copay amounts are dependent upon the make and the model. The copays could range anywhere between $595, $695, and $895 on up. It depends again on the make and the model through Amplifon. Our over-the-counter benefit has expanded to include a healthy benefit. This is a combined quarterly dollar amount benefit. So members are going to be able to not only get their over-the-counter items such as Tylenol and vitamins, but they will also be able to purchase healthy food options such as fruits and vegetables, healthy grains, and pastas and juices, just to name a few. And again, it's a combined total. So for the Ultimate, the Classic, and the Plus, it's $100 per quarter benefit, and it's going to stay $75 per quarter on that basic MA only plan. Papa Pals is still going to be our companion care service, and our meal delivery service is still included for those that go through inpatient hospital stays or observation, and you'd be able to get 2 meals a day for 5 days so that you can focus on feeling better. There are 4 ways to submit a Primetime Health Plan enrollment form. You could do so by going online at pthp.com. You can fax it to 330-363-2091. Now, if you're selling through an FMO such as Cornerstone or TLC, Connecture is available to you. And you can also drop off an application to our offices at the Morrow House, which is 2600 6th Street Southwest in Canton. And we're here Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Please just keep in mind that we cannot accept enrollment forms prior to AEP for a January 1st effective date. And outbound education and verification process will occur within 15 days of the Primetime Health Plan receiving an application. All applications would need to be received by Primetime within 24 hours of the agent's signature date. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Another exciting addition in 2025 is the start of lifetime commission starting October 1st of 2024. So this is not only for new business effective 10/1, this is also for any existing business that you've had that have been stopped because of the cycles that we were paying in. Now it's going to be lifetime commission starting 10/1 of 2024. For new Medicare Advantage plans enrollment, that commission is $626. And then for renewal years, it's $313, and that would equal to $26.08 monthly. The referral option is still going to be $100. And if you're currently being paid commission, training is required each year to receive renewal payments. Just a reminder that if you do need some broker assistance, you can always contact our designated representative, who is Lisa Bowling-Schaefer, at lbowling-schaefer@allcare.com or 330-363-2206. Upon calling in, you must provide at least 3 pieces of information, and so we can confirm that you are the AOR. We need your name, we need your writing number, your member number, member name, or the member's date of birth. Now, just keep in mind that you can make inquiries about claim statuses, member ID, benefits, eligibility, billing, the status of any determinations, or you can request ID cards for the member. You cannot, for example, request an organization determination. You can't request a coverage determination or file a grievance or appeal. You can't request anything as urgent, and you cannot change a member's address. Just a friendly reminder that Primetime Health Plan does do agent oversight or auditing, and this is due to CMS requirements that we do so. So one of the Primetime Health Plan representatives, either Debbie, Tricia, or myself, will contact you if you've been selected for an audit. We have to oversee that the agents are compliant with CMS requirements, especially if they're selling for us. We have to verify submission of timely applications. We have to verify that the scope of appointments are accurate. We have to review if there's any complaints that are made by members. And the possible outcomes of noncompliance are coaching and monitor sessions, verbal or written warnings, retraining and testing, and in more serious instances are suspension and probation periods with or without commissions, contract termination with or without cause, and for very, very, very serious would be formal reporting to the Department of Insurance. We do these on a monthly basis. And again, we just contact the brokers that are chosen. We request the scope of appointments. We make sure that the scope of appointment dates are within accurate and timely time frames. And then the application. We need to make sure that signatures match, dates match, things like that. And then there's an audit form that we send back to you that you would just need to sign off on, and then one of us, whoever's sending it to you, needs to sign off it as well. So next we're going to review Primetime Choices, our supplement plan. So the renewals are June 2025. If you need additional brochures, please contact your Primetime Health Plan representative to request those. For premiums, if an EFT option was selected, then we just need a voided check in order to start that. And it should be taken at the time of the application. Otherwise, the member will be billed double premium. Application submissions, you can either do so at primetimechoices.com. You can fax it to 330-363-2091. Again, if you're selling through an FMO, such as Cornerstone or TLC, Connector is available. You're always more than welcome to drop off those applications Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Morrow House at 2600 6th Street Southwest in Canton. This is a map showing the Primetime Choices rating area for Area 1. I'll just leave this up here just for a few seconds just to see those counties. And then this is a chart illustrating those premiums for Primetime Choices Area 1. And I'll just leave this up here for a few seconds just so you can review it. Again, this is just a map showing our rating area for Area 2 on Primetime Choices. This is our chart showing our premiums for Area 2 on Primetime Choices. And then this is a chart showing our Area 3 choices rates, and these rates apply to those policyholders that are current and that they permanently move outside of the state of Ohio, then their rates would change. The Primetime Choices commissions from age 65 to 80 is 20% of the premium for the first 6 years. And then if they're 81 or older, it's 8% of the premium for 6 years. Guaranteed issue then is 10% of the premium for the first 6 years. This does conclude the training for 2025. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your sales representative as either Debbie Banal, Tricia Witz, or myself, Karen Kranz. There's also additional contact information for enrollment for Laura Palmer, or commissions, John Jacobs, or service, Lisa Bowling Schaefer. Thank you and have a great day.